Hey everybody, today in this video I'm going to do my review of the Sea Reefer 170. I've had the tank up and running for about 9 months now. 9 months, 6 to 9 months, something like that. And I wanted to tell you my experience with the Reefer 170, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, so on and so forth. I mean, overall, let me just say that if you want an extremely high quality build stand tank, but you want the ability to customize with your own equipment, I couldn't give the Sea Reefer a higher review. Overall, it's fantastic. Yeah, I mean, from the quality of the glass to the seam work looks great. The open top's fantastic. You know, a lot of the negative I do have to say is really just having to do with the size. But, you know, I went with the size and I understood the limitations, and so I don't really have a right to get frustrated with the limitations because of that. So anyway, let's take a peek here. Let's talk about, first of all, the tank itself. The tank is made of low iron glass, Starfire, some of you might know it. Ultra clear, right? Really high quality. You're gonna see the seams are super clean all the way around. It's obviously an open top, so it doesn't come with a lid or anything like that. And the back appears to be, a really heavy black plastic. But I really like that black look because you can hide all of your wires and stuff behind it. The 170 isn't the smallest size, but it's about 34 gallons of water in the top and about 10 gallons down below in the sump, which I'll talk about the sump in a minute. As you can see, you know, it comes with the weir, the overflow blocks kind of centered in the back. It's all black. You know, it does take up some space in the tank, but the good thing about having a weir inside the tank is that you can butt up your tank directly against the wall. And, you know, on this thing I put an MP10, and I didn't really need that much space in the back. So, if we're looking inside here, here's the overflow. It comes with these, the overflow right here. These come out, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do it one-handed. Maybe I can get one of these out one-handed. Let's see here. But there's good and bad. I can't get it out right now. The overflow is great. Let's talk about... It comes with your return nozzle right here, which is fine. I would really like the ability to have a return nozzle that is not a circle, that is more of a fan shape, you know, more elongated to really spread it out. Because I'm kind of hyper driving my system, you know, it can sometimes cause a little bit too much water movement for my euphyllias, and obviously that's what I love. So I would like to be able to spread that out a little bit more, but you know what? I can come up with a solution. I haven't come across that yet, but I would be able to. The overflow right here, these do pop out. You can clean them. They do get gunked up, and they're kind of hard to keep clean. But the good thing is you can pull them out. You can soak them in vinegar. You can scrub them down that way. So that's really nice. Regarding the actual inside here, it comes with... This is your main overflow right here. This just pops in and out. It's a silent overflow system. I think it's called a Herbie system. This right here is your emergency, and that should only be engaged. Mine's almost engaged because I just turned the skimmer off. That should only be engaged as an emergency backup. All right? And then over here is your return. You can just pull this out, pull everything out. You can clean it, so on and so forth. Obviously, any sort of overflow is really difficult to clean, you know, so I take a turkey baster in there just to kind of get whatever detritus is at the bottom there. The other thing I have noticed is that when you do get some calcification, you know, you can really see it. See, all along here. And this is a different kind of plastic than down here. It's almost impossible to clean. So over time, you are going to... you know, get some calcification that is hard to clean, especially on the seams as well. Not a huge deal. I would have liked it if it was a different kind of plastic that I'd be able to clean easier. You can kind of see, you know, down the seams as well. You can kind of see it there. But that's just going to happen, right? But overall, the glass is super clear, super clean. The Starfire is fantastic. Yeah, don't have too much negative to say about it. The overflow can be a pain in the butt to adjust for a silent overflow, because basically you have to keep it between the very, very top, which is it's at right now, and about, you know, a few inches below. If it gets too low, you're just going to hear a loud suction sound. So that is adjustable, and I will show you in the next clip down below. All right, so if you're looking, I already showed you the weir in the back, right? So over here you have your return. It comes with the green tubing here, which you can connect on. You know, pretty easy. Comes with a bit more than this, you know, and you just put your return pump down in the back there. This is your emergency overflow right down here. And this is your primary, right, adjustable. So if you look, here's where the overflow comes, right down here. So the trick is this thing, right? I'm literally gonna show you, right now it's at the very top. If I turn it that much, in a few moments, let's see if you can even watch it in the back. You're gonna watch the water level in the back fall, fall, fall. Can you see all the way through there? The water's starting to go down. There it goes, it's going down. And you're gonna hear a suction sound soon, ready? See what an amazingly huge difference that is. I mean, from there to there. When you are actually adjusting this, literally the adjustments I make once I have it in place are like this, watch. I'll go from here to here, here to here. That's it. And that will make all the difference. So it can be kind of hard to get it tuned in. But when you do, silence. When you don't, you know about it, right? Yeah, so that can be kind of a pain, but once you get the hang of it, it is okay, you know? But yeah, just kind of know that you might struggle a bit at first with getting that taken care of. Okay, when we come back, I will talk about the stand, then I'll talk about the sump. So the stand's really high quality, you know, it comes disassembled, so you have to assemble it yourself. You can buy it in black or white, right? And when you do put it together, right, it's really nice. Has a lot of good stainless steel features, right? Really clean, very heavy duty, not lightweight at all. It feels really, really solid, right? Down below, really nice, right? You can scratch it up, so just be a little bit careful. This is a little bit flimsy. Keep it open and closed, but you know, it does work, right? Not a big deal there. What I would recommend doing if you do go with this, what's really nice, first of all, is that the stand, you probably can't even see it. It comes with the neoprene foam down below here and up here. But what I did, and let me see if I can show you with my light, right? It does come with plastic, you know, covering up all of your screws and stuff, but I would go ahead and I got some black silicone, and I went ahead and siliconed all the way around, right? That's just, you know, you're going to get water and it's going to leak from time to time. And so you want to make sure that salt water doesn't get into any seams. I won't worry about it too much because this does seem like it's really high quality, but you really do never know, and that's something you want to be careful of. Okay, regarding the sump, it's really my biggest complaint. It's a great sump. I'm complaining because I wish it was bigger, but this is as big as it can be, realistically, 10 gallons. What I've done, you know, basically I have a really large protein skimmer, the Aqua EV 120. A lot of people don't use this kind. They're pretty rare. You have to buy them on Marine Depot and a couple other places. But I couldn't fit any of my reactors in the water, so I had to build this little stand, which is obviously tacky looking, and put them out of the water, right? So here's what happens if you take a peek here. Water flows into the first chamber, right? Flows right on down to the bottom, okay? And then comes up over and down through the filter sock. Now the thing about the filter socks is you either have to use Red Sea filter socks, or if you get your filter socks from BRS or a standard size, it's a kind of a pain in the butt to get it in there, and you might actually have to sand down the plastic a little bit. You can buy backup Red Sea ones. They're just a little bit hard to find. You probably have to find it online in order to do that. So then what happens, the water goes down through there and it enters your main chamber, right? And this is it, basically. This is Berlin style. It has one main chamber for your protein skimmer, right? It really does not have any sort of place for refugium. I will show you what you can do, what I might do in the future to add a refugium to this. But yeah, I mean, down through here, I have my in-tank bumper here, which goes up into my protein skimmer. I'm overpowering it, that's great. I have this PVC to kind of cut down the micro bubbles and the noise, right? Then I also have both of my MJ1200s, which control my two reactors, right? Then the water goes from the main chamber, and it drips over into the bubble chamber. Okay, I'll make sure you can see everything here. Drips over into the bubble chamber, right? Just a cheap little sponge it comes with. It cuts out most of the bubbles from your protein skimmer until it goes back to the final chamber, your return chamber, where you can put return pump, pretty much about it. I wish I had a little more space. I mean, I have my calcium and alkalinity dripping into this container. I have my probes, my pH probe and my temperature probe over here. I'm gonna be moving a little bit of stuff around, but the plumbing is nice. It's all hard plumbed. It's far against the back, and you do have plenty of space for what you need. Now, normally sitting right on top of this section is where the 1.5 gallon auto top off is, and it's controlled by a little float valve that goes right here. Well, I have my own auto top off, if you can see it down there, the osmolator, and I finally just put it in here. And what I'm going to do eventually is I'm going to take this 1.5 gallon, which just drips, and I'm going to drill a hole in it. And I'm going to take a pump from back here, I'm going to loop it up into the 1.5 gallon auto top off and make that into refugium. So I'm going to drill a hole, basically a bulkhead, and have a bulkhead drain down into my tank so I can keep a refugium, maybe get some copepods and amphipods, although honestly, if I'm going to do that, I better drain it out over into this last section. Anyway, I know that's not a really, I didn't do a very good job with that video, but overall it's great. Just know that it, you know, if you get a smaller one like the 170, there's not a lot of room for growth, which is fine, which is what I wanted. But just take that into consideration before you buy it. Everything is super high quality. The downsides, if you want more space in your tank, you know, the weir is inside the tank, but that does allow you to push it up against the back. The silent overflow can be a little bit of a pain. The auto top-off system that it comes with is not very high quality, and it could easily stick and not work, and it's only 1.5 gallons, so you're probably going to be not using that auto top-off because you're going to be evaporating 1 gallon a day probably, and so it's not, you're going to get, it's going to get old really fast. You're going to want to add in a 5-gallon bucket or another source for your auto top-off. If I was to do this again, I would change my lighting. I would probably get a Kessel instead of what I have. No other reason other than I like the shimmer a lot more. But overall, would I recommend the tank? Absolutely. Are they expensive? Yes, but if you think about what you're getting, the high cost, I think is outweighed by the very high quality of it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions about the Reefer series, let me know. Red Sea does have the Reefer, which is basically the tank plumbing and sump stand, and then you get to choose whatever you want. They have the Max series, which are all in one. You buy it and it comes with everything. And they came out with a new E series, which is kind of in between the two. They have a few more features than the Red Sea Reefer, but it's not an all-in-one, so you still can customize. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Take care.